What's up? It is your girl Raylyn here to provide you with a review on the infamous Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. I got it. I finally got it. It came in the mail today and I was so ecstatic. The day it launched, I was on their website. Within the 15 minutes of getting the email, I was like, yes! So I just hurry up and picked one out, and I didn't even know if it was my shade. So yeah, just keep sticking around if you want to see my honest full review on this foundation. This is the concealer. I just wanted to put them up side by side just so you can see the comparison of the foundation and the concealer. Here it is. This is what it looks like. A lot like the concealer. This bottle, which is very heavy glass applicator, is just like the actual Tarte Shape Tape concealer applicator, but larger. Because I have such oily skin, I decided to go ahead and go with the matte foundation. This is actually the shade Fair Light Neutral. I'm hoping this is my shade. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Noticing it's actually really creamy and not too thick, but it's about almost the same consistency of the Shape Tape concealer. It doesn't smell the same either, because I noticed on the concealer it has that really good like honey smell, like flowery smell. The smells aren't the same. Let me smell the concealer. Yes, it doesn't have that really good smell that the concealer has. I'm kind of bummed out about that. Like, that's one of the things I love most about the concealer is the smell. So yeah, this doesn't really smell. It doesn't have like a strong scent to it, but it doesn't really have the Shape Tape smell. It is kind of trying to dry down really quick, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and start blending this in. Grabbing a Real Techniques blender, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to blend that out. It's definitely mattifying. Looks like it's trying to oxidize a bit. The coverage is there, definitely oxidizing. Go ahead and add one more coat if I can try to build it up some more. So it's definitely not like as full coverage as I was expecting it to be, considering the concealer is super full coverage. It's a nice coverage, but it did take me a couple of times of coating it on my face to get the coverage I like. The coverage as far as the concealer is just not there. It's not like the same exact coverage as the concealer. It's a bit of the same consistency as I was applying it. But once it dries down a little bit, it does oxidize. There were spots of my face that were drying and they were turning colors. It's not a cakey foundation, very natural and nice. I will say that. I do like the coverage. I do like the after all look. My skin looks natural, looks healthy if you ask me. For a full coverage foundation, it's not clinging onto any dry areas. To build it up, but the good thing about it is it does build up pretty good. I actually really like this foundation. To conceal and highlight my under eyes, I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Of course we're gonna use a Shape Tape concealer. We just use the foundation. Duh. I'm kind of worried though, because this looks a little bit darker than the foundation. Hoping this is light. Oh my god, it's not lighter than my foundation, so meh. But it will conceal these bags under my eyes. Kind of depressing. I'm gonna have to go pick up a lighter shade now. This is more yellow toned. I am a little bit heartbroken that the foundation isn't as amped up as the concealer, but then nobody would want to buy the concealers, so. You can definitely tell that the concealer and this foundation were made for each other because they are working so well together. I'm going to set my under eye with my Fit Me Loose Powder by Maybelline. Going in. Going in now to wipe off all that loose powder that is currently trying to set my makeup, going in with one of my Tarte Make Believe brushes. Of course, for my contour, I'm going to use my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel Set. I have really been loving this. I've been using this a lot here lately. Quality on this is just absolutely amazing. Here's the inside. I'm going to go in with Carrot, which is right here, and I'm going to use that as my contour shade. Wow. Wow. This foundation is not budging. It is playing so nice. So Maybelline just released a bunch of new products and I picked up a few. One of them that I'm going to be using today, is a Total Temptations Brow Definer. And I got the one in blonde, so yeah. It looks to me almost like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. I have used this and I would say that it's not as creamy. One is you have to apply way harder onto your brow like to get a pigment, and it's kind of like just pulling out my eyebrows. It just broke. Alright, here comes the fun. Going to use my Tarte Toasted palette. Close and personal. Okay, so going in with Schmore, which is right here. I have used this palette a few times and it's already looking like I've had it for years. I'm just letting y'all know. Like, the shades kick up so bad. I will say that there's not really any fallout. It just kicks up really bad. And with Latte, which is right here, I'm just gonna do circular motions and then windshield wipers. Circular motions. I'm gonna go in with Warmth, which is right here, and going in that crease right here. Working from the outer corner into the crease. I'm gonna go in with Cozy, which is right here, and I'm gonna apply that to the outer corner and try to work it into my crease as much as I can, but mainly focus on my outer corner. The outer corner. And I'm just dabbing it, and then I'm pushing it forward like so. So dab. And try not to go too high up into your crease. Just dab and push forward towards your lashes and outward. So just work a little bit into your crease. Going in with a clean Tarte Make Believe brush, I'm going to just go ahead and try to blend all those shadows in real quick. Dipping into Fireside, which is this bit darker purpley shade right here, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner. So I'm just patting that into the lower corner right there. I'm just patting that out and just tapping it in. Cutting my crease, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and just go ahead and create that crease. Now that the crease is cut, I'm going to go ahead and use a packer brush and apply Candle, which is right here. This is a bit of a shimmer shade. I'm going to actually spray this with a little bit of setting spray just to get more of a pop out of it. It is a really good shimmery shade. I just love to spray my shimmery shades with setting spray because I've noticed that it enhances it way more. Back in with Fireside and just gonna blend that in the outer corner. And simply because I'm extra, I'm gonna go ahead and take a very small pencil definer brush. I picked this up from Walmart. It's Eco Tool. Go ahead and grab Fireside, and I'm gonna take this small brush, dab it in, and I'm gonna go slightly above my crease where I cut it and add some depth. So right up there. For liner, I'm using Tarte Sex Kitten, and I'm just gonna go in and create a wing. For mascara, I am using the Maybelline's new Total Temptation. I've been using this, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like it. I didn't like the brow definer, and I also don't like the mascara. Shoot me. I mean, I'm just not a fan of it. I've had better mascaras. It just doesn't do much for my lashes. Let's just put it like that. It doesn't really lengthen them. It does separate them a bit, but it doesn't really lengthen them. And it takes a few coats to get what I want. And I just don't feel like I should sit here and coat the crap out of my eyes. Literally, after a few hours of it being on, it dries up and clumps up and gets in my eyes and just strongly irritates my eyes. My lower lash line, I'm going to go in with Warmth and Cozy. Little bit of Fireside, and I'm going to apply that to the outer corner of my lower lash line. Just right here, no further. So for my highlighter, I will be using this Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Petals, using one of my Morphe fan brushes. So going in with one of my Tarte lip paints, this came with the Magic Star palette. Here it is. This is the finished look, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed watching, and I really hope that my review can help you decide whether or not you want to try this product. Personally, I love collecting Tarte. I love Tarte products, and I love how they're cruelty-free and everything that they do stand for. I feel like Tarte is a really good brand. Despite some of their hiccups, I do feel like they mean well. In comparison to the concealer, I would say they look the same as far as packaging goes. This is bigger, this is glass. It doesn't have the same scent as the concealer, which does kind of bum me out because I do love makeup that has that very good smell, and that's part of the reason I love Tarte, is because all their makeup typically does smell very good. I was expecting their foundation to smell like their concealer, but you don't always get what you want. As far as packaging, they look very similar. As you can tell, they are related. Same applicator. I really think the foundation turned out very nice. It does have a very nice coverage. I wouldn't say it's completely full. Like, it's not like that Shape Tape concealer expectant. So if you're expecting the foundation to have the same coverage as the concealer, you're gonna be let down. They would lose so much money, and people would not buy concealers if you could literally get this inside of this bottle. This isn't a complete full coverage. I would say this is definitely a buildable full coverage foundation. It is medium to full. Really do like the shades in the Tartelette Toasted palette. The only thing that I don't like is the kick up in this palette. This is still a very new product. I only got it at Christmas. Like, this was one of my Christmas gifts. I've only used it maybe like a handful of times. As soon as you dip your brush into the shades, they do kick up really bad. They don't have intense fallout. It's a bit hard to blend. Shadows are already like falling apart in the pan. Like, this one chipped away in the pan. So that upset me a little. I did like this palette. Like I said, I do collect a lot of Tarte, and I just love and really enjoy collecting their product. This palette, to me, I really like it, but at the same time, I really am upset about the breakage and the kick up. Other than that, it's a good palette. The blending is a bit hard at first, but I think once you get it figured out, you can have it nailed down to the T. So make sure to give me a big thumbs up, guys, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Please, please, please. Make sure you hit that notification bell so anytime that I upload, you will be notified. Make sure to stick around for bloopers as well. And of course, my reviews are completely honest. I pay for all my products out of pocket. I don't get anything for free. That's why my video is taking so long to upload, because I literally had to buy this on the day it launched and then wait for it to be mailed to me. Plus, I still have to film and edit. Thank you so much for watching. It's all kind of light. I'm gonna try doing this sexy like makeup pose, like where girls are like what you see is what you get, buddy. You can't always get what you want.